Hi, and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening, and as they say, every other evening, but that wasn't the case last night. We had a full house, Wayne, Dan and young Jaden, and I'm sure you enjoyed it because we had a debate about the Premier League, and obviously 3 out of 4 of us forecast Liverpool to win the league this year. Me, because I think we have our 12th man back and it makes a difference to all our players. I've just got to, just while I'm on the subject of football, I've got to wish my nephew Dave Rodgers all the very, very best indeed, who's just become assistant under-23s manager at Nottingham Forest. Me, my honest opinion, I know he's better than that, but he'll work up to it and he'll end up with a top team. You watch. Mark my words. Keep your eye on Dave Rodgers, assistant under-23s coach at Nottingham Forest. I'll be watching. Well done, Dave. Lucky enough, I taught you everything. You took it on board, mate, and it's proven it. Look where you are now. Brilliant. Thanks for listening to me. Anyway, move on. Best of luck. We had a very, very productive day indeed, and last night with young commentators was very productive indeed as well. I enjoyed the banter. Dan, Wayne and Jaden, everyone was mixed in talking about the Premier League and their forecast and Messi. Yes, football is messy. Lionel Messi, PSG, will they win the Champions League? That remains to be seen. We've done that debate last night. We won't be doing the debate on Friday. I'll have recorded shows because, as you know, I'm wearing a t-shirt. I will be away, fingers crossed, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, arriving back late Saturday. I don't know whether I'll get up for a week, so I'm going to do the recorded shows Friday, Saturday and Sunday early in the week, so I will be busy, and if there's 1 or 2 managers out there who want to help me do the show and come in and have a little chat, mal@youngster.com, add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. Now, you may have seen my post earlier on. I was out and about today at the Summer League at Jeffrey Humble, and it was a very, very productive day, to say the least. I've approached quite a few parents today and 1 or 2 coaches as well, because it didn't turn into anything serious, which is very, very good indeed. But this is the best thing in the world. This is the best thing in the world. I'll come to a little youngster very shortly indeed. But it was a very productive day, as I say, some great football, some great officiating, and what more could you say? But just before I go into the details of it all and let you know what it's all about, I also write a column every month, once a month, for the Walton Herald, which is our local newspaper here, all the news and views and what have you. Now, I always have the back page, isn't that brilliant? Look at that. You probably won't see it all, but if anyone wants a copy of this, because fantastic stories in there today, wrote about Dave Sheeran, Belfry manager there, under 10s, and I'm going into under 11s, which I wish him luck. Great story, great write-up, great quote off Dave. You've got to read it. Really, it probably brings home to what one of you, or all of you managers and coaches out there, what you go through with your teams. It really is a good read. And also, you may see a picture of a young referee there, Sophie. Sophie Newman is brilliant. She's a young referee, up and coming, who really is getting involved in things. Last season, Sophie, as they say, when they start off, they're very shy, don't know what to expect on the touchlines. They really don't. Now, if you look at the award that Sophie is holding there, that is an award from Respect, don't cross the line, Respect. Herself and Finn Boylan from the Saturday Junior Football League, the North Liverpool League, Junior League, won an award, been watching and just seeing the progress that Sophie and Finn have been making, and they're outstanding. They love the game, they're getting involved in it, they're really talking to the coaches, they're handling the coaches, which is fantastic. You know, we want the Herald, if you want a copy, or just ring them up and try and get a copy. But I've got a few here, mal@youngster.com, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites if you wanted a copy. But the stories are absolutely fantastic, and a massive congratulations to Sophie, who's putting her all in this now, and she's training and she wants to become an Everton player, Everton ladies. Good luck to Sophie, as well, but she really is keen. Today she was outstanding. 3 games I watched her, she was really, really good, stood back, watched the way she handled situations, excellent, and one of these managers shouting referee all the time when something they need to get out of the system, you know, because they think it's a decision that should be made. What I would say, to answer these coaches back, now come on coaches, you know what I'm talking about here. You see a lot of coaches that encouraging the kids, they're in shouting at kids and they're telling them where to be, what to do, how to do it, how to do this, how to get involved. And then they'll shout at the referee who doesn't get involved in the coach's decision whatsoever. And they'll always shout, referee, come on, decision. And Sophie held her own today, brilliant, had that, wasn't serious, you know, but what I'm trying to say is, imagine if this referee or those referees turned around and went, right, blowing the whistle, which they probably should do. Foul throw. Referee, foul throw. Take it again, foul throw. Take it again. And then the managers and the coaches started shouting, what are you doing? Why don't you just let the kids play on? It's only a kids' game. Laws of the game. We all know about throw-ins. Now imagine if Sophie or any other referee, when they're shouting for the decision to be given for them, stopped, turned around and carried on with these throw-ins, which is so many, foot off the floor, foul throws, we all know about foul throws, and said to that coach, I'm stopping this because these kids don't know how to do throw-ins. That's your job, to teach them, to learn them. You can expect 1 or 2 throughout a game, but not 22. Think of it that way, coaches, before you start shouting towards a referee and asking for the decisions to come your way all the time. Think hard, get your own job right first, then start questioning some decisions, but not abusively. At the end, you say, I thought that may have gone wrong, ref, and then just have your banter with the referee. There's no need to shout and scream across a pitch towards a referee. Always remember that, coaches, because it would be a lesson learned, wouldn't it, when the coaches or the referees start pulling the coaches about their training methods. Why aren't they getting it right? And they're only kids, yes, but you're shouting to them about free kicks. Take that this way, do it that way, pass the ball this way. It's only encouragement, but they should all have throw-ins right. I saw my son's team the other week, 5 years of age. 10 throw-ins were in that game. They had them, everyone perfect. Tells you it all, tells you it all. Come on coaches, get your act together. Don't start shouting at the referees. Now then, moving on to a productive day that you've all been waiting for. You saw me post earlier on that I upset a little 10-year-old. Well, just before that, I think upset, excuse me, 1 or 2 parents as well for moving them off a pitch, having to go too much to a referee. What I should really say is some of these referees can be refereeing for 20 years and then they'll confront a parent or they'll confront a manager and explain why they give the decision. Well, that should wait till the end because you're only wasting your own time. The referee should not have to explain to you every time the decision is made. And there was 1 or 2 over-exaggerated parents, to say the least, and they were really having a go at the referee. So I had to act. And then I got accused of being a manager's friend. And it was nothing to do with me being a friend of the manager. This is the referee, and this is the parents having a go at the referee. So I had to move them off the pitch, behind the barrier, all sorted out in the end. And even the coach and the manager, his assistant, asked me, was I a friend of the manager? What difference does it make? I've got loads of friends as managers, loads of friends as referees. Does it make a difference? Come on, get your facts right. I was only protecting a referee. That's what respect is all about. So whenever you see me on the touchlines, off the field of play, talking to you, trying to encourage the kids and stop shouting at the referees, that's what it's all about. Don't cross the line. We've been going for 18 years, going into 19 years, community interest company, not-for-profit organisation. We've been working together with the county FAs, working together with the leagues, working together with you managers and the referees themselves, and also the parents. And if you know me, there's a lot of banter there. We all should respect one another on the field of play, especially the kids. Now then, we've got 10 minutes, it probably might take 10 minutes this one. I think I owe a little youngster an apology for some reason. Now let me explain. We don't normally give apologies out from Don't Cross the Line because I don't believe that we make that many mistakes, and I don't think we really do. We just try and protect people, help people, and that's what we're there for. That's what the job is that I want to do, and that's the job, to keep referees within the game if we possibly can. Try not to upset anyone, but I know I upset probably an under 10-year-old today. So River Juniors, Ray Woodhouse and Steve Sully, I'm so sorry about this, but I don't think any of us know what the legislation is, the laws, when it comes to shouting. Now, many times I've stopped parents shouting towards a referee, at a referee. There's a massive difference. Now, I hope the youngster is watching. Didn't get your name, but I did get your looks at the end, and I'll explain why. When we're on the pitch, the referee asked me, there's a coach there, and he's very loud in his instructions to the kids. Very loud indeed. Now, I've been around for many years, and I know there's many managers. Referees always pull me, always ask me, wow, some shouting at that coach out there. Every coach shouts instructions, every coach shouts, does it their way, but everyone shouts, and 9 times out of 10 I stop the parents from shouting, because their shouting is a little bit different, because it's abusive towards a referee. Now then, this manager was upsetting many parents, and he was loud in the things that he was saying. And I listened, and I watched the game. I stayed for the whole game actually, and I listened to him, and yet sometimes, boom, boom, it is. And maybe the manager loves the sound of his own voice, but it was carrying around everywhere. And I was talking to referees who've had this manager, and I've talked to managers who've had this manager with them, playing there. Anyway, don't know his name, not going to give his name. The team's name, not going to give that. But the little kid, River Juniors, I will, because no doubt Ray and Steve will be on to me. But this is it. This is it. One of the youngsters come up to me on the pitch and turn around, well, to the referee first, and the referee asked me, I can't do anything about the manager shouting, can I? I said, yeah, if he's shouting abuse to you, we'll do something, and you can do something yourself. You can't send them off. So the little youngster had gone to the referee and asked the referee, can you stop that manager shouting, because he's put me off. He's put me off my game. Now, he wasn't shouting towards the kids, so the referee asked me, and I said, well, if he's not shouting towards the kids, and he's only giving instructions to his own kids, there's nothing any of us can do about it. You can't tell him to keep it down. You really can't. You can just say, it is football. You're all shouting in the crowd. You go to watch a Premier League game, everyone shouts at the top of their voice, don't they? Even when we score. And everyone gets louder and louder because they want everyone to hear them. They sing. What can you do? Anyway, I saw the faces when they were lining up, and I was still talking to the referee, and there was 2 of them there, and they're looking at me. And I said, come on lads, smile, you're in a nice game here. Let's see you play some football. So, I've actually got the game. I've always looked, and I've got to the kids, and one of them smiled, the little front player smiled, and then the other player was sort of like staring at me, and he said, but he keeps shouting at me, he keeps shouting, and he's put me off. And I said, look, your manager will shout, your coach, your parents, your mums and dads, he's only shouting instructions, he is loud. If he shouts anything at you, then I'll stop him, and the referee will. We can only play the game the way we see it. We can only get on with things. We can only look after the way we look at things. And so just enjoy your game, please get on with it. So the game started, and then he was shouting, and the kids, towards his kids, 9 times out of 10, very loud indeed. But there was a few parents laughing and saying, oh dear me, how'd you put up with him? We've all heard these managers, but again, he's only shouting instructions his way, very loud, over the kids. Kids are only youngsters. I don't know the rules, the laws, the rules of the game in this one. Maybe we can all get together and look at it. Maybe we can all talk and just say, it's off-putting. You coaches could talk to a manager and just say, can you keep it down a bit? That's all we can do. That's all we can do. But he comes out with some funny remarks, and he comes out with remarks that he's probably made up himself. It's like an army guy. That's what it is. That's what it reminds me of. Anyway, it started off then. One of the parents was shouting to him, and I got into a shouting match while the game was going on. Then I had to act. I had to walk onto the pitch for the second time. I had to approach the parents who was shouting to his son, tell him about shouting. He's been doing it all game. I didn't know how to answer that one. I can't. I'm like, he was telling the parents to shut up, and he was having a go at him and telling him to shut up. So I had to stop that because the kids were listening to that. That's a difference. The kids don't want to hear that. They all just want to look or play the game. So you can understand where I'm coming from. So I just asked the parents and I said, I understand where you're coming from, but if you can stop shouting because the kids are all hearing that, they think something's going on and it could escalate. It really could escalate. So then I walked around to the manager and I said, excuse me, can I have a word? And he was walking and shouting. He said, yeah, the kids are... And I went, no. I said, all I want to pull you on is shouting across the pitch towards another parent, spectator. And he went, I know, held my hands, I know, it's kids football, I shouldn't be doing it. It is a kids game. And the fist pump come out. I had to, what could I say? He's laughing, he's joking. I couldn't pull him, I couldn't do anything about it. I just said, could you just stop arguing? I couldn't say stop shouting. Could I? Please, I'd love you to get in touch with me. mal@DXTL.com. Ray and Steve, find out the child's name, give them an apology from me. And the reason being is when I went into the cafe and the reception area where Barry was doing all his scoring and all that, they're going out of the turnstiles and there was a big queue. And as I looked up, the little youngster stood with his hands on his hip, shaking his head, looking at me, because I didn't do anything towards the coach. What could I do? What could I do? I just looked and I was saying to his dad, his dad's like, I'm just holding my arms out. I couldn't do a thing about it. So little fella, I am so sorry. I'm sure you'll understand. If I see you again next week, I'll talk to you. But maybe Ray and Steve will have a little chat to you as well. I don't know how to control that one. Do you know how to control it? I'd love your thoughts. Please add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and please send me the messages. Maybe you could just have this manager as the town crier. He would have been fantastic. And I'm sure he'd be laughing and joking with that. But a lot of people got upset over it. Now, if it is upsetting the kids and they can't hear them, this was the away team. None of his team were upset about it, or their parents. They were just saying, he's just giving instructions out. You know, he is a good manager in a sense. What can you say to that, please, folks? I'd like your thoughts as coaches, as managers. Do you all shout too much, overboard, make the kids wonder what's happening? I need your thoughts. Get in touch with me. I'd love to find out. I'd love to hear. I really want your thoughts about it. But this is grassroots football, and as I say, it was a very productive day. So little fella, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I really didn't. I just don't know how I could handle that one. I can handle abusive parents towards the referee. That wasn't abusive. That was shouting. We stopped that banter. That was great. And the manager was very friendly indeed to me. Maybe some thoughts out there, secretaries, committee members, maybe you can have a little chat and say, if it is upsetting the kids, calm it down a little bit. But I'd love to get that manager in one day to the studio and maybe have a little chat to him. And I can see he's there for the kids. That's the difference. And we want to support managers like that, coaches like that. But okay, if you're shouting too loud, I don't know what you do. Come on, you coaches, you managers, Ray and Steve, you have a little say to me as well. But I'm sure you'll catch hold of the little one and get the story off him and find out what it was. Get in touch with me, message me, and I'm sure you'll find out the teams and the little fella who had a go at me and his parents. But they were all laughing. It was good banter, but not for the little fella. He was really serious. It put him off his game, I assure you. I don't even know what the score was. I was concentrating that much on the two managers, or the manager and the parents. I don't know. But please, it was a productive day. It was a great day. I enjoyed the football. And Sophie, your refereeing today, spot on. Your decisions, brilliant. Keep up the good work. You're doing rather well. And I can only appreciate everything about what you're doing is good. Keep up that good work, and I'm sure you'll get more games next week. So I'll get in touch with Barry early to make sure you've got your games. You're doing well. Barry will be made up. Everyone will be made up, and even Steve, who's supporting you with getting the referees. Fantastic. It was great to see. Great to see some great football. And as I say, the Walton Herald, have a little look. Grassroots football. The stories that we're writing, absolutely fantastic. We do it once a month. You might be in it one day. Send in your stories if you've got something to say. about a local youngster who's doing rather well. Thank you very, very much indeed. We'll be back again tomorrow evening at 7. I hope all your Premier League games went well today, the results. Well, we can talk more about that tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. So, this has been Mal Lee from Respect, Don't Cross the Line, and everything we do for grassroots football. We wish you a fantastic night. Put your feet up, relax, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So, myself and all the team here, have a great evening. Good night, God bless.